Hey, Linda. How are you?
Hey, Mom. Yeah, doing okay. What's up?
Must have been at least 1 month since we last talked.
Seriously? Has it been that long? Sorry I haven't been able to contact you. I've been pretty busy. Busier than I thought, actually. And the time difference can get a bit confusing.
Yeah, well, I've been pretty busy too. Your father will finish up his business assignment here in Australia in about a month and will finally be home again. I have all this stuff in the house accumulated after living here for the past 5 years. Cleaning that up is really taking up time.
Better than having nothing to do, I suppose.
So, what are you up to today? You have anything planned?
Dan's parents are stopping by today, so I have to get the room cleaned up and do a little shopping for dinner tonight.
Seriously? Are they coming over again? Didn't they just visit last week?
Did I mention that to you?
Oh no. I have a friend that lives nearby, and she mentioned that she saw them visiting. I know. Seems kind of nosy.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Linda. I really don't want to criticize Dan's folks, but don't you think they visit a little too often? Doesn't seem normal.
You think? Doesn't really bother me.
Are you okay? I mean, you're not being pressured or anything.
No, nothing like that. It's just that they want to see their grandkids soon, so they tend to be a little overindulgent.
I see. Are you sure you're okay? You're not tired, are you? You always say they are very nice, but I hear they tend to be strict sometimes.
Don't worry about me, Mom. I'm fine. Besides, Dan's here to protect me. He's a sweetie. His parents are strict at times, but I think it's only because they're concerned about my well-being. That's all. I actually should be grateful to them.
If you say so, Linda. But just keep this in mind. I'm always here to help you. Don't forget that. Call me anytime you want.
Like I said, Mom, I'm fine. Don't worry. I better get going. I'm pretty busy today. I'll contact you later on. See ya, Mom.
All right. Just don't overexert yourself.
Dan, are you there? Answer me.
What do you want, Linda? I'm busy.
Where the hell are you?
I'm at the airport. Where do you think?
Does that mean that note you left on the kitchen table? Is that true? Are you really going off to Hawaii with your folks?
Yeah, that's why I left the note. Are you daft?
Are you really going to Hawaii?
What do you think? Take care of the place while we're gone, would you?
Is it just the 3 of you?
Yeah, me, Mom, and Dad, the whole family. Who else did you have in mind?
I thought I was a member of the family, to be honest.
You? No way. You have to stay home. We need someone to provide for us, right?
What are you saying, Dan? Aren't we family? We're married, aren't we?
Yeah, we're married, but not related by blood, so I wouldn't put you in the same category as family. Mom and Dad say they feel the same way. By democratic standards, that means it's 3-1 vote in favor of you not being a member of the family.
How could you even say that, Dan? You act like I'm just some item.
I really don't have time for this, Linda. They just announced that they are boarding. Better get on. Hawaii, here we come! See you when we see you. As for you, just work and bring home the bread and butter.
Dan, wait, don't go.
Hey, Linda, you there? I was just looking through Dan's Insta page. Are you guys on holiday in Hawaii or something?
You saw that?
Yeah, some pictures of him and his parents at the airport announcing that they're on their way to Hawaii on holiday.
Yeah, right. I wasn't invited, though. I have to stay home and take care of the house. Oh, well. Besides, I don't have time. I have to bring home the bacon, so to speak.
Excuse me? Did I just hear you right, Linda? Are you seriously saying that only Dan and his parents went to Hawaii? How could Dan leave his wife at home and go off on a Hawaiian holiday? That makes no sense. Dan's a regular office worker, not some hotshot businessman, right? I mean, he can go on a Hawaiian vacation, so he must not be doing so bad.
Yeah, well, you know, what can I say? It's a wife's job to make her husband happy, right?
Linda, I never complained about who you wanted to marry. As long as you were happy, I was fine with it. I believe in you. But if you think that maybe you made a mistake, that you're maybe not as happy as you thought, it may be a good idea to change directions before it's too late. Or even seek the advice of your parents. There's nothing shameful in that, just so you know. There is one thing I'm certain of. I didn't send you off to get married so that you would be unhappy.
Mom, I wanted to.
I know. Just let it out. Talk to me, Linda.
He's not working at all.
Pardon me?
Dan, he's unemployed at the moment. He quit his job 3 months ago. He takes on various part-time stuff every now and then, but he uses that money for his own pleasure.
Wait, Linda, back it up a bit, would you? You're saying after he quit his job, he hasn't given you a dime?
Yes, that's right. His parents are on Social Security, and the amount they receive just does not cover everything, so he said we shouldn't rely on them for any support. That's why I have to work. I have to support Dan and his parents.
And who's paying for the Hawaii vacation? Dan's out of a job. Shouldn't he be working on trying to find a new job and not be vacationing? He's got his priorities all mixed up if you ask me. As a matter of fact, he should be cutting back on spending.
The money for that vacation? He used the money I made this month without my permission.
Are you telling me that Dan and his parents are on vacation in Hawaii using your hard-earned money?
Yeah, that's right. I was going to use that money to pay off some debts, but he dug through my belongings and found this month's pay. I had just returned from the bank. He took every penny. I need money to eat, so I took on another part-time job. They pay on the spot, so...
You do realize that this is just simply nonsensical.
Yeah, I guess.
Can I ask you something, Linda? I know you had a substantial amount saved up while you were single. You haven't used any of that, have you?
Yeah, I was going to tell you about that. Dan got a hold of my cash card and somehow figured out the password. He used my savings to buy his parents expensive gifts and took them to fancy restaurants. He also bought his mistress an expensive brand handbag.
Did you just say his mistress?
Yes, I'm pretty sure he took her to his trip to Hawaii.
And Dan's parents know this and welcome this immoral relationship? Is that what you're saying? When are Dan and his entourage getting back from this so-called vacation?
Let's see. 5 days. So, next Saturday.
Next Saturday? Huh. Okay. Linda, I want you to come home right now.
Huh? Come home? You mean home?
Your father and I will be back the day after tomorrow. We'll both be at the house. Go pack your things and be ready to escape at any time. Got that?
Mom, really? You'll do that for me?
Of course, my dear. I'm always on your side, Linda. What are mothers for? I will do anything to help you. Don't forget that. Don't you dare keep this all to yourself. We're here to protect you.
I don't know what to say, Mom. I can't thank you and Dad enough. I should have told you sooner. I'm going to do this. I'm going back home.
Hey, Linda, where the hell are you? We just landed at the airport. Come pick us up ASAP. Hello, Linda. Pick the damn phone up, would ya? Always vanishes right when you need me. Sheesh. What use is she? All you got going for you is to clean the house and cook for us. Oh yeah, and financial support. Can't forget that. Pick up the damn phone and get your ass moving, for God's sakes.
Hello, Dan. How are you? This is Linda's mom. It's been quite some time since we last talked, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Hello? Sure has been a long time. Great to hear from you. Unusual to get a line message from you. What's up?
You just sent Linda a message, so I'm replying on her behalf.
Excuse me?
Maybe what I'm about to say will explain the situation you're in.
Have you returned stateside from your husband's assignment in Australia?
Yes, that's right. It was a long 5-year assignment, but we're finally back. Just arrived back home a few days ago.
Seriously? I thought you guys were going to get a permanent resident and just live over there.
Excuse me? Who told you that? We always planned on coming back.
I had no idea. You never returned during those 5 years, so I figured you like it there.
Well, you're partially right. The company insists that you cannot return for the first 2 years. I was looking forward to coming back the 3rd year, but then the pandemic happened and we couldn't go back and forth as we expected. If that didn't happen, we would have returned at least twice a year. So it's been 5 years of never getting the chance to return, but I'm elated to be back.
I had no clue. So, you were actually adamant about returning, huh?
Never thought I'd find out, huh? Is that why you've been treating my daughter like some personal ATM machine in your family made? I suppose Linda does make a lot more than women her own age, especially you. You figured she didn't have any close relatives. You thought we would never return from Australia. So you proposed to her and got married. That's when you started mistreating her, using her as a maid and making her work and stealing her earnings. You even stole her savings, money she had saved all through school and before marrying you. And to think that your parents were in on it. They had full knowledge of your scheme and supported you wholeheartedly. Shall I go on?
How do you even know all this?
We have our ways.
You didn't seem like caring parents to me. I mean, you met me and my folks online. Remember that? What kind of parents do that?
As I said, the global circumstances were such that we were not able to meet in person. I'm sure you understand. You said so at the time. Don't you remember?
Huh? Yeah, but...
Also about the wedding. We said we'd hold off on that until we returned and the date has not yet been set. Wasn't that what we agreed on?
Right. Wait.
I didn't realize you were so forgetful, Dan. Maybe we should have waited for the whole marriage itself, at least until we had returned. Maybe we should have met face to face beforehand.
Yeah, but...
My daughter will file for divorce. She no longer wants to be your maid. I mean, wife.
Oh, wait a second. You can't do that. Hey, I'll make things right from now on, I assure you. I'll even start looking for a new job, so please, no talk of divorce. Please? The timing is just not right. I have to make a living, you know?
There are other reasons why my daughter wants nothing more to do with you.
What are you talking about?
Paula Connors, 23 years of age, no gainful employment.
Pardon me?
Your mistress. You went to some bar and picked her up, had relations with her for about 6 months.
Where'd you get that information?
Wow, 6 months ago. That was right about the time we submitted the marriage certificate downtown.
What is this?
I guess it was about the time you arrived in Hawaii. I got a message online from your little sweetheart Paula. She said she had dibs on my husband, and that she had just arrived in Hawaii with you and your parents. Nice of her to let me know.
Why the hell did she...
That wasn't all. She kept sending little messages describing her escapades with you all week and even explicit photos. As a matter of fact, she was sending me 3 or 4 photos a day of the two of you lounging around the beach. There was even one of you guys in bed. I obviously didn't reply, but that sort of pissed her off for some reason. And the photos only increased, and some started to get downright raunchy.
No wonder she was going nuts with all those photo shoots. That idiot!
I would appreciate it if you would thank Paula for me. Thank her for the boatload of photos and messages. More than enough evidence for my needs. My lawyer said it was more than enough to institute legal proceedings and claim damages from both of you.
Come on, Linda. Let's talk about this.
I want that divorce, and you're going to give it to me.
But you know I'm unemployed.
That has nothing to do with me. Figure it out yourself. Goodbye, you good-for-nothing creep.
After thoroughly going through all the line data, our lawyer initiated legal proceedings against both Dan and Paula. There was ample and irrefutable evidence to prove Linda's case. This Paula apparently thought that Dan was some rich guy and he would cover for her, but when she learned he was unemployed and there wasn't a penny to his name, she turned deathly pale. Obviously, her parents were not able to pay and she ended up borrowing the money and paid it in full. I heard she ended up working as a hostess somewhere. As for Dan, he was ordered to pay all the money he used, including all of her savings. Without a job and his folks on Social Security, the only thing left for Dan and his parents to do was to sell their house and property. And if that wasn't enough, borrow from whoever would offer a loan. Last I heard, the 3 of them were living in a beat-up 1-bedroom apartment down on Market Street. I'm sure they are kicking themselves every night for messing this all up.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hello there, Jenny. Randy here. Remember me, right? Must be 20 years ago that we last spoke.
Huh? Randy? Seriously? Is this some kind of joke? This is a prank, right? Why do you even know my line contact?
I saw your line info on my mom's phone and got it from there. Without her noticing, of course.
Don't tell me. It was at Dad's funeral last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I couldn't very well miss my dad's funeral. It's been 20 years since I stepped into that house. I really didn't expect my ex-wife to be sitting there grieving with all the rest of my relatives.
I had no idea you were there.
Yeah, well, my mom was pretty insistent about me keeping a low profile. As a matter of fact, she especially wanted me to avoid you.
I see. I guess your mom was looking out for me.
I thought you were long gone, to be honest. After all these years, you're still friendly with my folks? Doesn't make sense.
Well, they felt bad that their son took off, abandoning your child. All they did was help their granddaughter. They couldn't just abandon her like you did. They supported me all those years. Your daughter was sitting right next to me at the funeral. I guess you didn't even notice her, did you?
Oh, yeah, I missed that. But I really can't get over it. What were my folks thinking? Taking you in and supporting you? And for what, 20 years? My God! Sorry, but I can't accept a daughter that you gave birth to. Never happened. If she's anything like you, the first thing that came to my mind was that she probably doesn't look very smart. I told myself I could never bring up such a half-wit. Don't you remember my educational background? I went to the top Ivy school in the country. I'm what you call one of the elites. And what, may I ask, kind of school did you send her to? Your local community college, I bet.
Are you still going on about that? How many times have I told you that you can't just judge people by what school they went to?
I told you I didn't want a kid, and when you went against my will and had one anyway, you wouldn't even consider putting her up for adoption. That's why I divorced you.
Well, you made the right decision.
Yeah, you could say that again. So, that means she's 20, huh? Already an adult.
What's it to you anyway?
I'm just curious how she turned out. That didn't get a look at her at the funeral, but I'm sure she looks as dumb as you.
I'm going to warn you right now, no way I'm going to allow you to meet her. She has no father.
Don't worry. I have no intention whatsoever of being her father. Forget that.
Hey, Mom. Just finished celebrating my birthday with friends.
Happy birthday, Wendy! How does it feel to be out of your teens?
All the same, nothing's changed. A bunch of us are heading over to the mall. Would you mind picking me in about 2 hours at the entrance?
Okay, no problem. The main entrance on Lincoln Street, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
What is it?
we were at the cafe celebrating my birthday, and after we finished, my friend ran into this weird guy outside. Said something to her.
A weird guy. This was just a while ago? What did he say?
Yeah, like 15 minutes ago. He asked her if her mom's name was Jenny.
Are you serious?
Yeah, guy was like in his mid-50s, dressed kind of like a bum, and smelled pretty bad. I was wondering that maybe it was Dad. Didn't he come to Grandpa's wedding last month? He sent you a line message, right? You said he was keen about my 20th birthday or something. I wonder if he stopped by to get a look at me?
Well, if the guy is in his 50s, 4 years older than me, there is a good possibility it could be him.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Just don't be alone while at the mall until I pick you up. You got that? If by chance you run into him, just act like you don't know him and don't tell the guy your name. Do that and you'll be okay.
Yeah, got it, Mom. I'll be careful. Mom? Are you there? I think I just ran into my father.
Excuse me? You what?
Friend of mine went to the restroom and ran into this guy standing outside. The guy asked her if her mother's name was Jenny. Apparently, her mom's name is Gina. I don't know. Maybe she just heard wrong, but anyway, she said yes. Once this guy heard that, he started bad-mouthing her, calling her names, calling her mom a whore, and chastising the way she was dressed. Right away, I thought it was Dad, and that he was actually talking about me, so I had to step in to help her. I mean, she was on the verge of tears. I don't know if that gave me away, that he knew I was actually his daughter, but anyway, I saved my friend, and we ran into the ladies' room to get away from the guy.
Oh my god, seriously? Just glad you're okay. I'm on my way over there. Just stay there until I arrive. You got that? Where's the bathroom at?
The one right next to Starbucks. Hurry up, Mom.
Just as I thought. She looked even dumber than you. But seriously, I didn't think she would be that bad. She was dressed like some call girl on 5th Street, for God's sake. You say she just turned 20? You're not serious. Are you sure she even went to high school? Right when I was talking to her, her buddy steps in and took her away. Now, if that friend was my daughter, I could forgive you. She looked way smarter and very pretty to boot.
That girl you lambasted at the mall, that was your daughter's classmate. And that pretty girl was your daughter, you idiot.
Huh? Say again?
Yeah, the girl's mom's name is Gina. Probably misheard you or something. I mean, it's not every day that some weirdo bum accosts you at the mall.
Excuse me?
Are you dense? That was not your daughter. Mistaken identity.
Huh?
Oh, and that girl you accosted? She's a college student.
What? You're kidding.
You accosted an innocent girl in public. Do you really think you'll be forgiven for chastising a young woman in public? It's the talk of the town now. People suspect that it was you. Totally embarrassing. How could you do such a thing?
Right. I was just... I thought she was...
And another thing, my daughter is a college student now, too. Just so you know.
Oh, yeah? Well, anybody can get into college nowadays. Like I said, probably some second-rate community college. What's she majoring in? Gender studies? I mean, you gave birth to her, and at a pretty late age of that, too. Giving birth late in the game deprives them of adequate brain cells.
Actually, she's heading to the UK next semester. Cambridge. I wouldn't say it's a community college.
Excuse me? You mean Cambridge? That Cambridge? That's one of the top schools in the world. What? Do you have connections or something? How could she get in?
No connections. Actually, she wanted to go to a local art school, but changed her mind and said she wanted to go overseas and picked Cambridge University. She applied and was accepted.
Hold on one second. How could you even afford to send her there?
Are you talking about me paying the tuition?
Yeah, a single mom like you, a woman that happily gave up a highly educated elite like myself. How could such a loser afford to pay tuition to Cambridge, for God's sake? No way you could afford to send your daughter to a university overseas. And besides...
Let me stop you right there, Randy. You're forgetting one thing.
What are you talking about?
If you recall, I was a manager at the company I was working for back when we got divorced. You do remember that time, don't you? Or are you senile already?
I'm just fine, thank you.
Well, it's been 20 years since then. Things have changed quite a bit. I'm a successful businesswoman now.
Uh-huh. You're not serious.
Nevertheless, Wendy didn't want to be a burden and worked part-time for years to save for tuition. I think I did a pretty good job raising my daughter. And as for your mom and dad, they really felt bad about what you did to us, leaving us high and dry, abandoning your own daughter. They supported us all these years, more than you can imagine.
But I was only trying to... Hey, Jenny, are you there? Pick up ASAP. Why aren't you here? Where the hell are you?
Excuse me?
I put aside my pride and decided to get back together with you. I brought all my stuff. I'm ready to move back in with you. So, where the hell are you?
Wait, pardon me?
I came here to the house with all my luggage and rang the doorbell. And guess who answered the door? Big muscular dude. Tattoos up and down his arms.
Randy, I have no idea what you're blabbering about. Hold it a second. Did you go to the Village Apartments down in Riverside? That old place we used to live? Is that place still standing?
Yeah, that's right. Where do you think I would go? If you're gonna move out, give me a heads up for God's sake. Man, that was embarrassing as hell. So, where are you living now? Give me the damn address. I'll hop in a cab and get over there right away.
Hey, Randy.
Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna regret getting back together with you if you keep acting like such a doof.
I've been happily married for the past 10 years.
Pardon me?
We lived there until Wendy finished junior high. We moved after that. That was like 10 years ago. Got married soon afterwards. We bought a house and have been living there with my folks ever since.
You married some other guy? Are you serious? This was 10 years ago?
Randy, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, you abandoned your daughter even before she was born, and I haven't heard from you in 20 years, and now you want to marry me? That's crazy! Even if I was still single, no way I would ever get back with you again. You're living in fantasy land, Randy.
Yeah, well, I was only trying to tell you the truth. I was fired from my job.
Huh? You got fired?
Yeah. We had a new employee come in. She graduated from the same school as me, so we hit off nicely, but I suppose I pushed it a bit far. Well, to make a long story short, she accused me of stalking her.
Are you telling me that you got fired for being a stalker? You were stalking one of your company employees?
Yeah, and I got kicked out of the apartment I was living at too. I couldn't cover the rent. At this age, I'm just not able to land a good job. That was about the time Dad died, and so I figured I would get a little inheritance, but it turns out he left me out of his will. I was left with nothing. I really thought it was the end for me, but then found out you were doing very well for yourself, and so I figured you could.
Hold it right there. You were hoping I would take care of you? Is that it?
Yeah. I guess it's about right.
Oh, yeah? What happened to the super savvy Ivy League success story you're always talking about? So after all these years, you managed to become a pervert, a stalker of young women. Is that it? My God, what is happening to you, Randy?
I tried to.
And about your mom, she's going to enter the senior citizen home now that her husband has passed away. All she has to do now is sell the house and just move into the home. It's all set. Which means you have no home to go back to. Is that about right?
Why? Why? Why doesn't anything go my way? I graduated from an elite Ivy League school. I was guaranteed a successful life. I had it made. What did I do that was so wrong? I deserve better than this.
I think you relied too much on which school you went to and not on your character.
Huh?
Being smart and being an honorable person, it's hard to balance the two. You really should have worked on the latter. I recommend that you work on that going forward.
Hey, come on, Jenny. Let's discuss this, huh?
If you come around here again, I'm going to get my lawyer to make you pay for Wendy's child and education support, which you neglected to pay all these years. Are you ready for that?
Please, I don't have that kind of money.
Well, if that's the case, we never want to see you again. Forever. And I mean it. Forever.
Could you at least give me some money? I can't survive without some money.
Goodbye. I later heard that Randy returned to his old apartment. Apparently, he had it until the end of the month. In order to survive, he got a job as a construction worker for the time being. I hear he's just getting by. But old habits die hard, and he kept mentioning his so-called elite background, which, as you can imagine, that kind of condescending attitude infuriated people around him. Well, he certainly lost a lot of friends with such an attitude. Actually, I'm not all that surprised. If that wasn't enough, he was sued by that girl's family, the one he berated at the mall, and ended up having to pay compensation for emotional distress he caused their young daughter. All that was in a letter he wrote to me. The letter was 5 pages long. It went on and...
Hello, Anne. I hope I'm not interrupting your dinner or anything. Do you have a little time to talk?
Oh, hi, Dad. We just finished dinner. Just sitting around watching TV. What's the matter? Can I help you with something? I hope it's nothing serious.
No, nothing like that. I just wanted to know what you're doing tomorrow. You and David are going to be home, aren't you? It's Friday, and I thought maybe you guys might be home.
Yeah, David's back for a meeting at the head office on Monday, so he's returned today to spend the weekend together. As you know, he's assigned to the East Coast office until that project gets off the ground, so he wanted to relax at home for a change. He's scheduled back east on Tuesday.
I sort of wanted to see my son, too. Would it be a bother if I stopped in tomorrow? I know you want to spend time with him, but just for a little while, perhaps?
Do you plan to come alone? I mean, I just want to know because I would need to prepare lunch.
Yeah, that's thoughtful of you. Thank you. And you know, David hates it when his mother gets too possessive and starts doting over him. She tends to do that. To be honest, David called me and made me a promise not to tell her that he was returning.
Right. We were just talking about that, as a matter of fact. He also made me swear not to mention a word about his return.
Yes, well, I had to lie to her. I told her I was seeing an old friend who happened to be in town, and that I was driving over to have lunch with him. I sort of feel bad lying to her, but I really have no choice. Actually, I'm really seeing this friend, so it's not if I'm really lying. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. That's way better. I'll talk to David later so we can get our story straight, just in case.
Yeah, thanks. Better to be on the safe side just in case. Okay, so tomorrow I plan to meet up with my friend in the morning, and then I will head over. Is 1 p.m. or so alright with you guys?
Yeah, no problem. I'll have lunch ready for you. I bet you're excited to see your son.
Yes, certainly am. Okay, Anne. See you tomorrow.
Hello, Anne. Are you there? Pick up, would you please? I want you to clean the house tomorrow, and I won't take no for an answer. So what I want you to do is take the day off and drive over here at noon or so. Please start with the living room. It needs a good vacuuming. Excuse me? This is all kind of sudden, isn't it? I said no excuses. You have your car, right? Pick up some floor cleaner on your way here, would you? We're out. After you're done cleaning, I need you to go out and do some grocery shopping. I have to replenish some big item stuff. Case of bottled water and a case of canned soup. I've got a whole list here. And you know I have a bad back, so help me out here, would you? I'm sorry, but I just can't make it tomorrow. I already made an important appointment. I really can't change it. What did I just say? I said I will not take no for an answer. Besides, what's more important than helping out your husband's mother when she's in trouble? You better get your priorities straight, Anne. Well, my priority tomorrow is that I have an important schedule that I cannot change no matter what. I'm afraid you're going to have to take that no for an answer. End of story. but I'm willing to help you out on another day, but as for tomorrow, it's not going to happen. I'm really sorry about that. I'm just asking you to do a little cleaning and shopping for me, for Pete's sake. That's the least you can do for your mother. Mother? Where do you think I live? You're at least an hour and a half drive away. I can't just pop over there and do the cleaning and shopping and pop back home again. It would take the entire day. Am I hearing you right? What's an hour and a half drive anyway? That's nothing. You know what people call women like you. They call people like you foot draggers. A lazy bum is what you are. I just cannot understand why David even married you. How can you act this way towards your mother-in-law? No matter what you say, Mother, I'm not changing my schedule, and that's that. No further discussion required. Goodbye.
Anne, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, Dad. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad. Just finished meeting with my friend. I'm on my way there now. I should get there in about 20 minutes. No change of plans, I hope?
No changes. Just be careful driving over here. The traffic seems a bit heavy today. No need to pick up anything on the way. We're all set for lunch. Anne, where the hell are you? I thought you would be cleaning the living room about now. I always knew you were lazy, but I didn't realize you were this much of a good-for-nothing slacker. I waited all morning for you. I never thought you would defy me so blatantly. There are consequences for your insubordinate attitude. You do realize that, I hope. The living room still needs vacuuming, and you still have to pick up all those items at the grocery store. The store's not going to be open all night. I want this done today. This is the job of the daughter-in-law. You must get over here right this minute and get to work. I want you here in 30 minutes. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You hear me, Anne? There will be consequences if you disobey me. As punishment for defying me and not showing up as I asked, you are going to have to prepare dinner tonight, too. And I'm not talking about slapping a ham and cheese sandwich together. A proper dinner. You got that? Mother, are you finished? You were going on, and I couldn't get a text in edgewise. I thought I told you I wasn't going over there. I have another important appointment that I cannot cancel. I thought you understood. And I thought I told you to give your mother-in-law priority above all others, didn't I? I said my answer was no. And I wanted no further discussion about it. What is so hard to understand about that? You really are one cheeky woman, Anne. And to think that my dear son, my precious David, married you, what was he thinking? You're just a deadbeat wife, you know what, Anne? I want you to divorce my son and disappear from our family forever. That's what I want from you. Mom, I would refrain from such name-calling if I were you. It's not as if we're simply talking face-to-face. All this is recorded and saved. Name-calling, huh? I'm being kind. I have worse things I want to call you, but I'm holding back. Besides, what I'm doing is providing discipline to a disobedient daughter-in-law. That's what I'm doing. I may name-call on occasion, but it's for your own good. Okay, whatever, but I should tell you that your husband is furious. My husband? What are you talking about? He's not even here today. He's off meeting some old friend that's in town.
Caroline, what is wrong with... What is this all about, for God's sake? I wish you would put a stop to all of this. Why do you have to treat Anne so horribly? What did she ever do to you?
Is that you, Robert? What is this? Why are you texting me?
I'm over here at Anne and David's place right now. Anne showed me what you've been saying to her. What is this? A lazy deadbeat wife? Really? How could you say such things to Anne?
What? You're at David's place now? Why?
David came back for a few days. Apparently, he has a meeting at the office on Monday. He wanted to spend time with Anne over the weekend. I heard he was here, so on my way back from meeting my friend, I stopped in to say hello.
Pardon me, David is back? He's home now? Why didn't anybody tell me? What's going on here? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Yeah, of course you haven't. I kept it from you. I didn't want you to know.
If only you had told me, I would have gone with you today. How could you not tell me, Robert? If I had known, I could have gone over there and provided Anne with the discipline that she needs to become a better housewife. Why didn't you tell me, Robert?
You want to know why I didn't tell you, dear? That's because David asked me not to tell you.
Huh? David asked you not to tell me? How can that be? Why would he do a thing like that?
You really don't get it, do you, Caroline? Don't you see what you're doing?
Get what? What are you talking about? What do I not get, Robert?
It's the fact that David is keeping his distance from you. He's avoiding having to deal with you.
Keeping his distance? Did he say that? That he wants to avoid dealing with me, but why? I don't believe you, Robert. Why would my dear son want to avoid me, his own mother? I brought him up. I adored and doted on him since he was just a baby. I devoted my life to my son. How could such dedication and love not get through to him? How could he not feel the love I feel toward him?
That's exactly what he finds intolerable. That fanatical devotion you have towards him. But is it really love? Isn't it just arrogance? A form of narcissism? I really wish you would wake up and smell the coffee.
How dare you say that to me, Robert? How about you? What have you done? Tell me, Robert, as a father, what have you done for David that was so great? Did you shower him with love like I have all these years?
As David's father, I think I've done what's necessary. I know that I'm always here for him when he needs me, and I would do anything for him if asked.
Pardon me, that's all? That you're there for him? I could say the same.
Well, let me give you 2 examples of what I mean. The first example is David introduced me to his best friend, an old classmate of his from college.
Excuse me, his best friend? What's that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with it, Caroline. His best friend, Daniel. You know Daniel, right?
Wait, Daniel? Are you talking about that Daniel? He's that parentless boy, that orphan, that Daniel? I told him not to associate with him. He is not of our caliber.
That's the one. You do remember him, don't you?
How could he be David's best friend? You must be mistaken. You know that people like that, kids who grow up without parents, don't amount to much.
Well, that Daniel that you so abhor, he's currently the CEO of a major corporation. A corporation that generates over $1 billion a year.
No, that can't be. Not that orphan.
He graduated from a top university all on his own. Finished at the top of his class right after he graduated. He started his own company and in no time built it to what it is today. When David first met him, he told me that I knew Daniel would go far, that he'd succeed beyond anyone's wildest dreams. And he was right. Unlike you, David has a good eye for people. He knew Daniel would make a name for himself someday. He had no doubt in his mind.
That Daniel? That parentless young man? He runs $1 billion company. He's the CEO of this company? Are you serious?
And the second example. This concerns Anne, David's wife and your daughter-in-law. David introduced me to her 2 years before they even got married. He told me that he was in love with her and was seriously thinking about marrying her.
He introduced Anne to you 2 years before they got married?
That's right. At the time, he told me he was going to introduce you to Annie right before getting married. As I recall, it was like 2 or 3 months before, wasn't it? He was sure you'd kick up a fuss and would totally reject the marriage outright.
Is that why he rejected that nice woman that I was going to introduce to him back then? It was because he was already going out with Anne? He was already planning to marry her? Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And who was this woman you were going to introduce him to anyways?
You know her too. It's Sandy. From when he was in high school. You remember her.
Wait a second, Caroline. That's Sandy? Are you out of your mind?
Why are you so shocked? I worked with her at the mall. She's so nice and very energetic and friendly. She would have been perfect for David. Did you know that their father is a company president? Sandy is much more suited for David than Anne. Wasn't her father just some company clerk or something? I never really asked her.
You're forgetting one thing, Caroline. I heard that this Sandy has 3 kids, and she's not even married, for God's sake. On top of that, they aren't even sure who the father is, and you wanted David to marry this girl?
Pardon me? Where did you hear that?
Not only does she have 3 kids, she's been divorced twice. I heard that her parents are so fed up that they're not even talking anymore.
Is that true? You're not making that up, are you? I had no idea Sandy had...
Everybody knows everybody around the area. Where have you been? I'm surprised one of your lady friends weren't gossiping about it. Your discriminatory views are apparent, Caroline. You only look at things superficially.
How could you say that? Are you saying that I'm prejudiced? That was not my intention.
I'm so glad that David has an eye for people. He knows good people when he sees them. If we had left it up to you to decide who David should marry, I'm sure he would have suffered the consequences. I'm glad he defied you and made his own decisions. His life would have been very different.
I thought only of his happiness. I thought it was best for him, that's all.
We really got off track, haven't we? I suspected that you probably had ill will towards Anne and probably call her a name or two. But this? Are you serious, Caroline? How could you call her such despicable names?
Like I was saying, this was merely part of disciplining her. She'll never be a good housewife if she's not taught proper manners.
Lazy deadbeat wife is going a little too far, isn't it? You come off as a hateful bully is all. David is standing right here next to me. He's in total agreement. You've gone too far, Caroline.
No, this can't be. David wouldn't feel that way toward me. I'm going to head home pretty soon. You will be home, I hope?
We need to sit down and talk, Caroline. We need to discuss our future.
Discuss our future? What are you talking about?
10 years ago, I was forced to accept defeat because of your reaction. Your total hysteria. But this time, I've had it. There are just too many complications involved this time. I cannot ignore it any longer. Unlike 10 years ago, my mind is set. There is no one who is going to change my mind. You can become enraged all you want. Become hysterical all you want. My decision is final.
Huh? What do you mean, final? Are you serious, Robert? Anne, where are you? Where did you disappear to, for Pete's sake? I want you to reply right this second. This is an emergency. Where have you gone? Oh, hello, Mother. What can I do for you? You seem kinda upset. There's nobody here. Where have you disappeared to? Oh, I see what this is about. So you did go to our house. Robert was right after all. He advised us to move out as soon as possible. I was a little reluctant at first, but he was right after all. I'm glad I took his advice. My husband's advice? What are you talking about? No, Caroline. He's no longer your husband. Shut your mouth! This is all his fault. All Robert's fault. He just could not comprehend the love and consideration that I devoted to David. Unlike my husband, I was always thinking of my precious son. Always. But David will come around one day, I know it. He'll look back and understand all that I did for him. I see you have not come to grips with what you did, have you? After that harsh condemnation that Robert gave you, and you still don't understand? What more do we have to do to make you see? What do you know? You have no right to lecture me. You've only been with David for 3 or 4 years. I brought him into this world and raised him to the man he is. You will never understand the bond, the almost 30 years that I spent with him. It's a never-ending, eternal bond. It was David, your devoted son, that suggested that we move and relocate. More accurately, he made the decision to take me to his current place of employment. He put in a transfer to the position back east. He wants to make it permanent, and the company agreed. You're moving there? To his current office? Seriously? What about your own job? Did you quit? No, of course not. I was permitted to work remote, so I can work from anywhere now. Very convenient, actually. I see. Well, then I will pack some things and be over there by the end of the week. I don't think so, Caroline. The address over here is not the one you were told. That was a company dorm. We found a more permanent place. What? You found a new place already? Where is this new place? I'm sorry, but I'm not permitted to divulge that information. After all, we moved in order to get away from you, so why would we tell you? You're trying to pull David and I apart. All I'm doing is obeying David's requests. As his wife, I have to obey his every command, right? Isn't that what you always told me? I can't believe that. David would never do that. You're hiding it from me. David will tell me, I'm sure of it. Okay, whatever. Think how you like. I really don't care if you believe me or not, to be honest. But if you continue to disregard David's feelings, if you continue to deny reality, I'm afraid you'll never see your son again. Pardon me? Not see my son? Not see my David ever again? There is nothing further for me to say to you, so maybe we can cut it short. What do you say? Goodbye. Wait, Anne, don't cut me off. What do you mean I won't ever see my son again? Don't you dare cut me off, Anne! You'll regret this, Anne! No matter what we said, no matter how we tried to explain it to her, she just could not accept the fact that David was sick and tired of her abnormal devotion and love for him. Maybe her love for her son is so strong nothing will convince her otherwise. David tried various ways to make his mother understand his feelings, to no avail. He came to me and his father for advice after countless attempts to reconcile with his mother. She was his mother, after all, and he wanted to settle the matter without breaking up the family. After his parents finally divorced, he sighed with relief, saying to me one night at the dinner table, "It's finally over." He finally seemed at peace with himself. My father-in-law was much the same way, apologizing for making us wait for so long. Maybe if he had had the courage to divorce her 10 years ago, all this might never have transpired. And I would not have endured such anguish. And what happened to Caroline, my former mother-in-law, you ask? I heard this from a friend of mine, and I would take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, she found a young man that looks strikingly like David. I heard she used up all the money she received from her divorce and used it all on this guy. Last I heard, she was deep in debt. She completely disregarded warnings from her friends and neighbors and couldn't stop sinking money into this guy. She's always had a bullheadedness about her. Once she latches onto something, she won't let it go. Maybe that's why she ended up losing everything she cared for. But will I reach out to help her? I'm sorry, but no.